Y'all, this is some tea. This is some tea. Apparently, this broke today. It broke apparently like a few hours ago, and I wasn't even aware of it. But Glen and his girlfriend broke up, and the girlfriend Gigi, she's on her Instagram talking about some like, move on, like very much so like thank you next Ariana Grande. Okay, it's very much so giving that. Um, I'll be honest with you. Okay, let me just speak on a standpoint of like me thinking that this is real, right? Okay, because you already know I talked about this in my other video about this whole thing. I was like, I'm 50-50 on it. But let me talk about this in the stance like it's real and this is a real thing. If it is a real thing, I kind of saw this coming. Okay? I saw this coming, and I told y'all in my previous video that I did on Sydney Sweeney and Glen. I don't know how to say his name. Powell? Is that how you say his name? His last name? Sorry. I was like, listen, and I'm not, obviously solely, blaming, Sydney for like the, whatever happened in these two relationship. At the end of the day, if he did cheat, if he didn't cheat, whatever, it's on him. He's the one that's in a relationship with Gigi, not Sweeney, not Sydney. But I will say this. I was saying in my video, like in, a lot of the paparazzi pictures and the BTS pictures that are coming out, I was saying like, Glen and Sydney are a little bit too close for my liking. Like, for my liking. Like, and I know that if I was Glen's girlfriend, I would kind of feel some type of way. It's like, listen, y'all are not filming right now. This is between breaks. This is like you give very much so giving like your lunch break. Like, why are y'all that close to each other? You know what I mean? So I can see where she kind of feels some type of way. And listen, maybe the relationship was deteriorating even before, this whole thing was happening. I guess Glenn just wanted out. I'm just speculating here at this point. And I know I shouldn't, but it is what it is. This is a gossip page, so I have to, do a little bit of gossip. But, maybe he wanted out. So he was doing whatever he wanted to do in order for, maybe his girlfriend to break up with him. But here's my thing. And this is where my moral compass comes in, obviously. And I like to, keep it separate from my videos, but like, this is where I want to bring it up. Yeah, like, I do not like cheating. I think it's wrong. I think it's morally wrong. At the end of the day, I think whether that be male or female, if you feel like you're not into the relationship anymore, you don't want this relationship anymore, just tell your partner like, hey, like, I think that it's best for us to go our separate ways. I'm not really feeling this, instead of like, just you going behind your partner's back and you disrespecting them publicly, going out with other women, that sort of thing. I just think that is wrong, personally. But I will say this though. I am noticing in the comments, especially on Twitter, that people, you know what I'm saying, are like, they're here for it, apparently. Like, they're here for Sydney being in her Cassie era. Like, you can go look at the comments. They're like, oh my God, like she really took this method acting seriously, her character role seriously from Euphoria. Like, they're trying to sell this, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, they're trying to be the new Brad and Angelina. Is giving that sort of tease. People are like, they're not, I mean, there are some people condemning Sydney and condemning Glenn, but not to the extent like how it would typically be. So it's very interesting what is happening here. And obviously, they're supporting Gigi because, Gigi is the one that's like going through her thing. And, it's unfortunate. I don't like to see people break up and that sort of thing. But this is where I got to think that it's PR. Even though, okay, let me just say this before I even get to the PR side of this whole thing. So I also saw this on Twitter. This came out a day ago. It says here that Sydney Sweeney is still engaged to Jonathan Davino. This is her fiance. Despite rumors, TMZ reports. Let me tell you guys something right now, and I'm saying it right here, right now. I don't give a damn what TMZ says. TMZ, like, there used to be a time where I used to genuinely believe TMZ was like Bible. Like, I thought that they got all the tea, they got all the info, everything from top to bottom. But in recent years, particularly, I would say in the last 5 to 10 years, TMZ has been getting it wrong more times than they have been getting it right. They are a tabloid. I don't believe them. You know, unless the like there are celebrities that have direct contact with particularly TMZ, like the Kardashians. I know the Kardashians have a great relationship with Harvey, who was the head of TMZ. But like everything else, like, and of course a few celebrities too, but everything else, absolutely not. Like, and there's one example. I'll tell you what how TMZ lied to us when I think it had to do with Megan Thee Stallion, right? You know, I think her label, the head of the label, Carl Crawford, you know, he was just like talking about like, cause you know him and Megan Thee Stallion are still in court. So he was just saying like, oh, he's no longer gonna go on Twitter to attack Megan Thee Stallion on Twitter, da da da. So that was it. TMZ went to go say towards the end of the article that Megan Thee Stallion is no longer in the label with Carl Crawford in 1501. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, congratulations to her. She's finally out of that label. Now she can be signed to a bigger label where they can give her better marketing, bigger budget, that sort of thing. Only to find out when was it? Like a month ago, 2 months ago, that you know, Megan Thee Stallion is not only still signed, still under 1501, but 1501 is hijacking money from her, basically not giving her her bread. So I'm just like, TMZ is also the other one too that also lied on Megan Thee Stallion too when it came to the Tory Lanez case, making it seem as if Tory Lanez was not guilty. They reported it beforehand before getting all the facts. So this is why I do not trust TMZ. I think they're full of shit. They are a tabloid. They just like to speculate on things. They like to put things out there to see what sticks. And if it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. I don't believe them. I don't like at this moment right now. I'm anything that TMZ says, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and y'all should too. So if Sydney is still engaged to this man, God bless her. If she's not, I don't know. So I'm gonna take this whole thing that's saying that she's still engaged to this man with a grain of salt. And plus on top of that, like when she was on the red carpet with Glen, um, when she was on the red carpet with Glen yesterday, she didn't have her engagement ring on. Like she didn't have the ring. And don't get me wrong, like I get it. Some people like to leave the ring at home because they don't want it. They don't want to really show it off like that. They don't want to really lose it, that sort of thing. But like you would think that with all the rumors that's going on around her and Glen, you would think that she would showcase the ring at the Comic-Con yesterday, where all eyes and all cameras were on them. You would think that she would showcase her engagement ring to make it seem like, hey, this is what y'all doing right now on the internet. It's false. It's crazy. I'm engaged to my man. Not only did she not wear that ring, but her and Glenn was still, even though, I get it, you're on the red carpet, you have to be interactive with your co-stars. It happens all the time. But, they were still very much so giving flirty tease. Okay? I have to be honest, is what I see within my eyes. So, I don't know. I'm not taking TMZ seriously at all. But this is why I gotta call PR. This is why I gotta call PR. This is why I gotta call PR. First of all, and this is why part of me feels like a majority, like 85% of me feels like this whole thing is PR. Like, let's be serious. Like, the movie wrapped up. Comic-Con was yesterday. The Cinema Comic-Con thing was yesterday. God knows when this movie, the trailer or something is going to come out. Maybe it might come out this month, next month. Maybe, I'm thinking maybe next month. They want as much hype as they want for this movie. This is the most hype Glenn has ever gotten in his life. And it's no shade. I know he was in Top Gun Maverick and other films too, but like, I'm talking about like, us Twitter stands, us, people on the internet that hype things up. This is the first time Glenn has really, graced his presence on me like that. Like, I wasn't really focused on him until this whole thing. The same with Gigi, is no shade. We all know who Sydney was because, Euphoria was a popular show. So I think that a part of me feels like, this, especially with the fact that we were already speculating a few days beforehand. So just like, now's the time you decide to break up with Glenn, and on top of that, this dumb report comes out yesterday talking about they're still engaged, da 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 da, but yet, y'all are still very flirtatious. So it screams PR. It screams PR. And at this point, let me tell y'all something. People said it in the comment section. They said that this movie better come out either it needs to come out either this spring or in the summertime. Like y'all can't wait until the fall or winter to release this movie. Like there's way too much hype around this whole thing right now. Plus, it was just revealed yesterday that it's rated R. Okay, y'all need to release this movie, like especially, and the girls are gonna be outside in the summertime. Especially me. Like I'm going to be outside. Everybody's gonna be outside. It's gonna be hot as hell. This is the perfect time to do this. Okay, the perfect time to do this. Capitalize on everything. Do not wait until the fall, or maybe in the fall, there will still be enthusiasm, but it won't be as much. But don't wait until the fall when it's released. Y'all need to do this summer. Y'all need to do this summer because it's like y'all guys can't just like this is a lot of hype for Glen and for Sydney, you know. So it's like, listen, do what you guys gotta do. Do what you guys gotta do. This is PR. I mean, even though I feel like the whole PR thing overall, like just, and I'm not just talking about Glen and Sydney, but like just overall about like these actors and actresses feigning like feelings for each other's for just to sell movies. It's just like and I said this before in my other video, like the fact that you guys have to resort to that is just like, it's so weird to me, because it's like, bro, like your name should be enough to sell a movie, and that's no shade. Like, for y'all to be doing all this and all this craziness and breakups and alleged breakups and fake breakups for y'all to sell a movie, like, it's just weird. I don't know. I just feel like this whole thing is like PR, majority of it, but this could very well be true, y'all. So I don't know. I'm very 50. I'm very half and half. I am more 80-20, but like, this could be real. This could be a real thing, This whole thing with Camilla, with Gigi. I don't know why I said Camilla. Gigi and Glen could, this breakup thing could be real. I think that she felt some type of way. Who knows? They might have been having problems beforehand, and this whole thing was just, especially with the internet, gassing things up. If I think maybe it got to her, she was like, "Nah, you're not about to play in my face." So I think that she was just like, "Hey, listen, we're going our separate ways." Who knows? Maybe Glenn is into Sydney because they're very close. But Sydney, I don't know. We gotta see where Sydney stands. I am not taking no reports from TMZ ever again. Y'all can forget about it. This thing is a tabloid, and they're full of shit. They lied to me. But fool me once, shame on you. Twice, it's on me. I'm not gonna let y'all fool me another time again. The same way I do not take news from the Daily Mail and the Sun and all them people is the same way I'm not taking my news from TMZ. Absolutely not. Until they show us like video, like at this point, TMZ needs to show video proof now. It's like, I'm not taking their word as bond ever, unless the celebrity comes out and says something. Personally, for me, I don't know what's going on with Sydney and her thing and her boo thing. Maybe her boo thing feels the type of way that Sydney was very close with Glenn during the shooting of this. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So this happened, and it happened apparently 7-8 hours ago around my time. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think this is PR? You guys think that is not? You think I'm reaching? Also, do you guys still take out news from TMZ? Because I don't. I'm over them. And yeah. And I guess I'll talk. Listen, people are saying that and she looks so beautiful here, but like people are saying that Sydney's in her Cassie era, and I was freaking screaming in the comment section. They were like, "Oh, she really took that method acting seriously, like from from Euphoria." Like she'd be taking people's. Listen, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. But y'all need to put most of that blame. If it does come out true, allegedly, that he did cheat on Gigi with Sydney, y'all need to put most of that blame, if not all of the blame, on Glenn, because at the end of the day, Glenn is the one that was in a relationship with his girlfriend, not the other way around. So yeah. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.